Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of these designs. They actually say the same thing, and they do so using this script, which uses a combination of dot modifiers and line modifiers in conjunction with these four different shaped letter stems to make the consonants. And vowels are smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached to one of these four different consonant stems. Anyway, it makes the most sense in practice, so let's go ahead and get to it. So typically you read starting at the bottom and then going counterclockwise, unless it's a linear design like this, in which case you read left to right, because if you imagine an infinitely large circle, if you were to start at the bottom of that and then go counterclockwise, you would be going to the right. So anyway, here's our first word, second word in this design, and then here's our first word, second word in this design. But you always read words starting in the bottom, going counterclockwise. So this is our first word here, and then second word here, and second word here. So let's go ahead and start reading this. So our first letter of our first word is a circle inside the word circle. So there's that stem here, and here it is as well. So that stem is like this. And if we look at our modifiers, we can tell that there are dots on it. And if we count up the dots, there are 4 of them. So that makes that the letter C. See 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, and 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. Lines that pass through letters do not count for anything. They're just kind of there. In fact, these two kind of lines here are not attached to any letter stems and therefore do not count at all. So it's important that this line breaks before it goes to that E. It's just showing that the dots are in line. It's just some stylistic decoration. Anyway, so we have 4 dots on our letter C. Continuing around, here's our next letter. It's a little circle, so it's a vowel. So it's one of these 3 positions, and its position is inside that word circle. So that makes it an O. So we have a C and an O. And then we have a shallow divot here. This shallow divot. And there are no dots or lines anywhere near it. Though these 2 dots are kind of close to this one, they're actually slightly closer to this circle here, making them part of the Y instead of dots on the shallow divot. So that would be a T with no modifiers. If we look over here, no modifiers on the T. Anyway, here we have our last letter of our last word. It is a Y because it's a circle on the line of the word circle. So we're in this row, and it has 2 dots, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So C-O-T-Y, C-O-T-Y. And also, this letter C is special. You don't use this letter C unless you're writing a proper noun like a name or an acronym. Otherwise, you phonetically swap it to a K or an S or a CH, depending on what sound it makes. So coty is a name, so we use the actual letter C. But if you were to write the word circles, you'd spell it S because the letter C goes S. And then I-R-K because the letter C goes K in cols, so circles. But C-O-T-Y, C-O-T-Y. And then our last name, bottom of it is here. So this is our first letter. It's a circle inside the word circle, just like the C. So we're in this row. And there are 3 dots by it, so that makes it an L. And 1, 2, 3 dots. See, these are the 3 dots here on this L. And then we have an E on the line of the word circle and another E. Both on the line. So that is Lee. So coty Lee and coty Lee. The extra going around the outside of it is like a sentence circle. It's where we'd put punctuation if we had any, but we don't because it's just a name. These divots are just decorative. I did them to kind of fill in the space a little bit. But yeah, so these outer 3 circles are completely decorational. The name itself is these 2. They add a bit of fanciness as well. So yeah, here we have coty Lee in a circle. And here we have coty Lee kind of framed by a 14 by 11 kind of frame, which would make a good print. So yeah, that's that design. I hope you like it. Bye.